The hymn featured in this video is the First Noel. The text is a traditional English carol. The hymn tune is called the First Noel, and it was published in W. Sandy's Christmas Carols in 1833. The melody was harmonized by John Stainer. It has an irregular meter, which means that the lines have different numbers of syllables. This hymn also features a refrain. Per Merriam-Webster.com, English speakers borrowed the word Noel from French. It can be traced further back to the Latin word natalis, which can mean birthday or as a noun, or of or relating to birth as an adjective. The word Noel eventually became another word for Christmas. So the first Noel is actually the first Christmas. Noel is a little more poetic and fits the flowing melody better. The last words of lines 1 and 3 rhyme, and the last words of lines 2 and 4 rhyme, which is the rhyming scheme of a typical hymn. Here's a little music theory. In the printed hymn that you'll see in the next part of the video, you will see a number 3 over a number 4 in the first line of the music. That's called the time signature. 3/4 time means that a quarter note gets 1 beat, and there are 3 beats to a measure, which is the space between 2 vertical lines. Most hymns are in 4/4 time, but this hymn is written in 3/4 time. Waltz music is written in a 3/4 time signature. Let's take a look at the lyrics. In the first verse, the angel came to the shepherds who were keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night. The next 3 verses, however, discuss the 3 wise men. In the second verse, the wise men saw a star in the east, far beyond them. In most narratives of the wise men, they come from the east and traveled west. In the fourth verse, however, the star of Bethlehem shone in the northwest, which is a different direction than what was listed in the second verse. It's a shame we no longer have the lyricist with us to explain the discrepancy. The third verse states that the wise men followed the star in order to find the king. In the fourth verse, the lyrics state that the star stopped and stayed over the place where Jesus was. In the fifth verse, we see that the wise men have found Jesus and have presented their gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh to him. Finally, in the sixth verse, we are invited to sing praise to the Lord who made heaven and earth and bought mankind with his death on the cross. In the refrain, Noel rhymes nicely with Israel, which is probably why the lyricist used Noel instead of Christmas. The refrain proclaims the birth of Jesus, the King of Israel. The sung version of the hymn is next. Sing along if you feel led. The first Noel, the angel did say, was no certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping the sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They'd look at up and saw a star shining in the east beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. And by the light of that same star, 3 wise men came from country far to seek for a king was their intent, and to follow the star wherever it went. Noel, 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 hath made heaven and earth of naught, and with his blood mankind hath bought. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel. Thanks for stopping by. If you're enjoying what you hear, please consider subscribing. See you next time.